The dust has settled. Yesterday was a bit of a nerve-wracking day with the Dow Jones dropping with 3.25 basis points from its all-time highs. We also saw a surge in the dollar and a drop in cryptocurrencies. Most assets or financial products which are related to risks saw a dip, like the Aussie dollar as well was down sharply. But now we're seeing stabilization, and we're going to talk a little bit about the levels we can watch for something like the Dow Jones. All right, so this is the Dow Jones futures on a CFD, and you can see that we had a very short drop, but then equally a very sharp move. And it's always interesting because we slipped to levels not seen here since November 30th. So at one point yesterday, the monthly candle was not looking too great. But if you look at the candle right now, with still a week or so go before the end of 2020, the candle still looks healthy. It doesn't look like anything like this. But this is something I would be on the lookout for if we would have that sort of candle, because that will be an indication that you see profit taking. And you can clearly see here how in the beginning of February we saw these sharp drops here, and maybe this is what we're going to see. But for now, even on the weekly one, it's actually quite bullish when you see the price slipping so fast and then quickly bouncing back. So what's the game plan here then? Well, there's a few things I would watch, and I know this is not a perfect rectangle, so but it still gives us a bit of an indication on what to anticipate. So it would have been a perfect rectangle if this high was at the same level as this one here. But it still again gives us a bit of a indication how high we can go if we break that upside. So if we take up this upside, we could potentially see a push of maybe 1,010 points, taking us up to something like 31,450. The alternative would be if we take something like 29,900 and 396, then we could probably go down to something like 28,398. Now we are heading into the festive period, so I suspect it's going to be a bit quiet. I will probably not jump long here myself, but there are things coming up like the senator elections in the U.S. and Georgia. The 2 Senate seats that are available there happens on January 5th. I guess we'll get the results January 5th, January 6th, maybe potentially how the process goes and the counting goes. And again, if Joe Biden, the president-elect, would get those seats, if we get Democrats in those seats, then that's gonna definitely be a catalyst, I think, for more spending, because we're not gonna have all this back and forward where they can't really decide how to implement stimulus into the markets. So I'm looking at that, and that could be one reason why maybe people are buying ahead of 2021. Otherwise, I would just wait until liquidity comes back and more activity comes back. There's also the alternative, which is just to buy here at 29,643. But we need to be clever here. If we go down here, we really want to see a quick bounce like we saw the first time. If it just goes down and gets sticky there, then we'll have what looks like a reversal candle on the monthly, as we just discussed. And that will be bad. But for now, the trend remains bullish. We have that push and then potentially buying dips. The loss setup would be if one is bearish. And at that point, if we do trade below 29,379 or so, we could potentially trade as low as 28,390. Now, some people out there are like super good at this, and they're probably shorting at the highs. But 99.99% of retail traders start to do that. They don't make it out. So of course, if you know what you're doing and you've been trading for many years, and you can show that you actually made money over the last couple of years, picking highs and picking lows, then for all means just continue to do that. But if you're not that person, then it's always better to wait for the end of this level of the uptrend, which would happen if we take out that low there. Okay guys, this concludes today's market update, and it's the last update for the year. I'm going to be back on January 4th. So have a good festive period and Happy New Year. I will still be available, of course, on Twitter on AlexFX00, so I might share some stuff there. But this is the last market update for the year. Have a great festive period, and I'll see you guys in 2021. Stay safe.